Welcome once again to Musings by Danon. Today I wanted to discuss my predictions for Season 2 of my Dress Up Darling. We know that Season 2 is coming this year. Obviously, it didn't air this season, and I'm not expecting it in the spring season either. After it airs, we may do a comparison to see what I got right and what I missed. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. We know that Season 2 is coming this year. Obviously, it didn't air this season, and I'm not expecting it in spring season either. My guess would be fall, based on events that will be happening in this season. Yes, I know Season 1 aired in the winter, but that's beside the point. The anime didn't have as big of a fan base before it aired. Also, I know that's a long time to wait, but think about it. Season 1 ended with Marin and Gojo going to the summer festival together. The next arc takes place at the end of summer, and the main arc of the season, the school festival arc, takes place in November. How do we know it happens in November? Remember, Marin has the Halloween party with her friends where she dresses up as a bunny girl, with Gojo wearing the bunny costume. And then, 2 chapters later, the school festival arc starts. Okay, let's break it down. We're not going to go panel by panel, otherwise this would be a 2-hour video and Cute Stuff would kill me. Instead, we'll discuss how I would fit together each episode if I were the director. Let's get started. We start with the aquarium arc where we first meet Amane. The first episode will cover chapters 40 through 43. We go through meeting Amane all the way through his tragic backstory and end the episode with Gojo and Marin realizing how hot he is even without his makeup. I mean, as a girl, Amane is adorable, but the Bishonen aura is strong with this one. With this episode covering 4 chapters, totaling out to 78 pages, we'll have to make some cuts. I have to wonder if Suzuku-san running into Marin might get cut, or possibly Gojo checking out the cos board when the 3 of them go to Animate to check out all the cosplay stuff they have. Then again, you can fit 78 pages into a single episode if the pace moves at a good clip. This episode would cover chapters 44 to 46, which is the entirety of the Tsukiyono Company arc. The episode will start with Marin showing Gojo the anime, and end with Marin inviting Gojo to a Halloween party with her friends, most of whom are also Gojo's classmates. We get lots of scenes of Gojo getting flustered by Marin being Marin, but most importantly, we finally get to meet Usami, the man who works at the fabric store who helped Gojo pick out fabric for Marin's second cosplay. Remember, he got cut from the anime when it first aired. He may get cut again this time, but then we wouldn't get the adorable scene of Marin being disappointed that she wouldn't have a wardrobe malfunction. Episode 3 would cover chapters 47 to 49, basically the Halloween party and the chapter where Marin is sick. We'll get to meet Marin's hairdresser and witness Gojo saving her. Of course, Marin kissing him will break the anime-only crowd. I expect lots and lots of memes, shorts, and react videos after this scene airs. Now we get to the school festival arc. I believe that chapter 50 will get cut entirely or shortened down to a 2-minute scene prior to the opening. For those who don't remember, this is the one where Gojo comes with Marin when she's doing a photo shoot, and ends with Marin and Gojo having a birthday party for Suzuku-tan. An adorable chapter to be sure, but not really plot relevant. Rather, I think that episode 4 will cover chapters 51 to 54 and introduce us to the school festival arc, also known as the council host arc. The episode will begin with the class deciding that the theme will be a Russian roulette takoyaki stand, and end with Gojo catching up to Marin. Remember, his classmates yelled at him when he had Marin do the shopping by herself. They all know what happens when you let Marin go shopping by herself. This episode will continue the school festival arc and cover chapters 54 to 59. Marin will finally get a glimpse at how difficult creating Hina dolls is, and start to understand how hard Gojo works. So to support him, she makes him a bento. Which, of course, scares Gojo because he's seen her idea of cooking. But then he remembers her attempt at omurice and hopes it'll be something more like that and not like her other meals. We also get the part where the girls write the champagne call song that'll be sung later on, but I think a lot of this part will be trimmed. Not cut entirely, but gone through very quickly. We might also get the scene where Marin tries to sew on a button cut as well. It's cute, so it may stay in. Overall, I think this episode will focus on the creation of the costume and planning how Marin will wear it. The crux of this episode will be Gojo learning how to rely on others. Lots of character growth. Now, if this anime has 13 episodes instead of 12, I think this part will be 2 episodes. There's a lot that happens in these 6 chapters, but in my opinion, it'll probably get trimmed down. There's a good chance we'll just get most of these scenes done as a montage. Lots of scenes showing what happens with some cute music playing, but not a lot of dialogue. And now we get to the mid-season finale. Episode 6 will cover chapters 60 to 62, the conclusion to the school festival arc. I think after the hectic pace of the previous episodes, the animators will take their time here and show off why Cloverworks is one of the best studios when it comes to slice of life series. I'm looking forward to seeing Gojo hyping himself up, Marin walking on stage and the crowd exploding, and Gojo realizing he's in love with Marin. We start the episode with the rap party, which dovetails nicely into Marin going and seeing her stylist and telling her about how everything went, at which point Marin is asked if she got fat. This is further confirmed by her publisher. Marin freaks out because she doesn't fit into any of the costumes Gojo made for her, and she's worried she's going to get yelled at. Gojo doesn't mind, he can just adjust the costumes. But he's worried about how Marin got fat. After all, she's been eating dinner at Gojo's house for a while now, and they eat healthy. The problem is, Marin enjoyed dinner so much that she'd eat the leftovers when she got home, instead of saving them for breakfast. So Marin was eating 4 square meals a day. Humans get fat when their caloric intake exceeds their output. An athlete can put away 4,000 calories a day and stay in shape, but if Marin isn't running a couple miles a day, that extra 800 calories from Gojo's leftover cooking will cause her to gain weight. I think episode 7 will cover the events from chapters 63 to 66, and will end with her showing off the new camera she just got. Now that Marin has her new camera, she needs an excuse to use it. So episode 8 will cover chapters 67 to 70. They attend a cosplay event and Marin gets the chance to use her camera. Meanwhile, Gojo has been talking with someone who makes props. They meet, and both of them are shocked. Wakana is a gender-neutral name, like Sam or Alex is in America. Sam can be short for Samantha or Samuel, while Alex can be short for Alexander or Alexandra. The person Gojo is meeting is Akira, another gender-neutral name. Now, the reason I'm putting these events in episode 8 is that I think the anime will end with the conflict resolved between Akira and Marin. To me, that's a good stopping point, but we'll want to have some build-up for it. Cute Stuff has different ideas as to where the series will end, but we'll discuss those later. Marin and Gojo get invited to attend an after-party, and Amane tags along. Eventually, the conversation turns to plans for the future. The others wanted to do a coffin party, but they needed a few more, so Marin decides to call the legendary Juju-chan. The episode concludes with Sajuna agreeing to do the coffin party because her sister, who she can't say no to, loves it. We also find out that Akira wants nothing to do with Marin, but we find out the reason why at the end of the coffin party. This episode should cover events of chapters 71 to 73. And now we come to an event that could be even scarier for Marin, the sleepover. Gojo comes over to Marin's house to play coffin, but gets trapped due to weather. The trains aren't running. Gojo is worried about sleeping over, so he decides he's not going to sleep at all. Marin misinterprets this and thinks that Gojo means he's going to sleep with her. But Gojo is just planning on staying awake all night. Of course, Marin suffers massive damage to her psyche, all self-inflicted of course. I believe this episode will cover events between chapters 74 to 77. Gojo learns how to make props from Akira, followed by the girls convincing Sajna to try dressing up as Black Lobelia. Sure, there was some manipulation on the part of the girls, and Sajna lets them have it, but their hearts were in the right place. Manipulating a friend to force them into having a good time is overall a positive thing. Usually. Anyway, I believe this episode will cover chapters 78 to 82. Which means that the season finale will also end sometime during chapter 86, as the coffin arc is wrapping up. We not only get to see the conclusion of this arc, we also get to find out why Akira doesn't want to have anything to do with Marin, which winds up being really funny. I don't think we'll get to the end of this chapter though, because this is also the chapter where Gojo tells Marin that he's going to make her the Archangel Haniel cosplay in time for Winter Comic Cat in a few weeks. And again, all of this is just speculation, and where I'd like to see Season 2 end. Cute Stuff has her own opinion though. She believes that the series won't get a lot of cuts. It's easy to have some parts stretched out like the school festival. Maybe some long shots of Gojo sewing or crafting costumes. Maybe we see more of the rest of the class and their efforts with the takoyaki stand. Maybe we get to really see his frustration that the stupid bunny girl costume won't hold its shape. In that case, we'd probably end the series at the sleepover, which would be an emotional low point, but then again, this is a seinen series. Can't have happiness and rainbows all the time. Then again, ending it there would be perfect if they were also announcing a Season 3 at the same time. So we'll have to wait and see. Where do you think Season 2 will end? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to Meta to Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There are several tiers to choose from. You can pick an anime or manga for me to do a video about, or you can join our monthly manga club. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgie, Nazwan Konga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, William Pye, Kazaris, Booksu, Patrick, Naffy, Noodle, Tiz, Art, Richard, Devin, Lucius, Sint, Boomy, and Freya. You guys are awesome. I post anime or manga videos often, or you can click here to watch additional videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.